So today we're taking a look at the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Porunga figure. This is a long time coming here. He's a big boy, so he is very difficult to video here and to get him in frame. So I don't have everything entirely in frame. So just bear with me a little bit here as I review this. I'm not a fan of reviewing giant size figures. It's really a pain, especially when I have to review the HasLab stuff, but this is fun. This is something that's super fun here. I've been anticipating this figure since it was announced, and I never thought we'd be here, and here we are. So I'm just very happy that Bandai Tamashii has dived into like this territory of characters and figures that could be potentially risky, you know. But I'm just very happy that we're getting a Porunga. We got Shenron so long ago, and it's about time we showed the Namekian dragon some respect here with Porunga. So this is the entire figure right here. I did add on his little OK hand gesture right there and some open hands, but he comes packed in with a pair of fists here. So you can have him flexing or punching somebody or whatever you want, or just having fists right there, and then you can have him with double open hands if you wish, because here's the other right hand that's open, so we get the one OK hand for the right hand right there. And basically he's articulated as much as he could be. The arms are fully articulated, the shoulders, you got the butterfly joints, the socket, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, a peg here for the wrist with a hinge and a ball joint. The neck is articulated, the mouth is articulated too, so you can close the mouth ever so slightly and open it. Very subtle, but you can do it. And of course you can twist the head and all that, but other than that, that's it. You get the diaphragm joint at the torso, and even this little abdominal area is like a little button, so you can crunch him forward even further. So if he's looking down on people, which he does a lot, you can crunch him forward and have him look down. Everything down below is not articulated. It's pretty much a statue. This is actually separated from this effect piece. You have to place him on there so he can be displayed. So this is like his base and stand. You must put him on that for him to stand up. If not, he's not going to be able to be displayed. So what you don't see right now is the rock base, which is actually separated. This is a separate piece, not attached. You don't have to attach it at all. You can just display him like this if you wish, and he looks just fine. So if I move the camera down a little bit, you can kind of see how that looks down below. Pretty cool. There is no light up feature for the effect piece, which would have been cool if there was, but I understand it. I really don't need it. Where we do get the light up features and the sounds come with the base. Now this is very cool. Now the base itself is not super detailed. You can see they could have done a better job with the rock color and even the grass. It's very bland and basic. I wish this was a little bit more detailed. A little more effort on this would have been nicer. I think this just needs some shading, some dry brushing. That would go a long way. Now you need 3 AAA batteries here, and you don't even need a screw or anything. You really just need something pointy. I'm going to use this little sword accessory and push it down. It's like a little button you push down, and while you push it down, you gotta slide the entire lid to the side like that. And there's your batteries. Not included. I just added these before the video, so that's not included. But I'm actually glad that it doesn't need a screw. I hate having to screw and unscrew every time you need to put batteries in for something, especially when you have to take it out when you display it, because you don't want to leave batteries inside these things, so they might corrode. But you can see this is where the sounds come out of. You do get these little vents here. Kind of annoying, but I get it. It's understandable. Again, when you display it, you can just display it like this if you wish. You can cover it up, whatever. There is a button right here on this rock. I don't have to switch on right now, but there's a button. But let me show you this thing. This thing is amazing. It blew my mind. You don't even need the button. This thing is like all... It works with sensors or something. I don't know. But as you can see, the rock base, there is no LEDs, no lights shining through it. So it's not like it's a projection of light going through the Dragon Balls. Just check out how this works. Alright, so here's the rock base, right? We're going to go ahead and turn it on. You're going to hear a sound. That's how you know it's on. I don't know what it's saying. All the voices are in Japanese. But it's still cool nonetheless. So check this out. Again, no lights, no LEDs on the base itself. Here are the Dragon Balls. These are very different than what we've been getting with the figures individually. Now you can fit those other individual Dragon Balls onto this base if you wish to display it with that, but you won't get the light up feature. So what happens here is that these are light up, so they got the seam on the sides here. Obviously they enclose the light bulb in there. But what's really cool about this, maybe I'm just a dummy or dork or something, but this is like wirelessly connected to the base somehow, and the lights here work wirelessly. I don't know what powers it. There must be a battery within the ball itself that powers the light. I don't know, but this is kind of nuts. Alright, so it's on, right? As I get closer to it, you saw how that lit up, right? As you get closer to it, it starts to light up. I don't even touch the base and it's lighting up. That's just so dope. Here, I'm going to turn off one light just so you can see that a little bit better. So check out this ball right here. As I get close to it, it starts to like flicker, light up. Let's go ahead and add them all here. And once they're all in here, they're all going to synchronize and light up all together. And this is in no particular order, of course. Alright, so they're all there. Now they're all going to, as you see, they all lit up at the same time. And this does not work, or it doesn't do anything until you place Dende on there. Now you can press the button, but that's no fun in that. Let's just do it all wirelessly here without any touching. So we're going to place Dende. Here he is, because you cannot summon Porunga without calling him. You can't just put the Dragon Balls together and he's just going to appear. You have to call him, you have to summon him. So we need Dende for that, because it's only in the Namekian language. So here we go. As you see, as soon as I put him on the base, it initiated it. He summons Porunga as soon as he gets in front of the Dragon Balls. And if that's not cool, I don't know what is. But this thing is just, I don't know. I find it super cool. I'm geeking out over it. And I think it's cool that it's not connected at all. It's not LEDs shining from the bottom. The Dragon Balls work in tandem with the base itself. Somehow they all connect, even with the figure. On the base itself, and it'll keep doing that. You can press the button, kind of speed it up a little bit, and now this is like the sound of Porunga coming up from the Dragon Balls, and he should speak any second now. There you go. So obviously that's in Japanese. I don't know what he's saying, but it's cool. You can see he said the okay right there. He just granted someone's wish, and you can hear the sound of the wish being granted. Let's actually turn him this way. So as for Dende, he is pretty cool. He is a in-scale Dende. It was the first time we get Dende in SH Figuarts, and I think this was a perfect opportunity to include him in this set as Porunga still speaks. If you want to cut it off, just take a Dragon Ball off, and he says goodbye, and then it disconnects. So let's put it back on there. Alright, back to Dende. Again, like I was saying, it's the first time we get Dende in SH Figuarts. Although he's basically a statue, you can't really articulate Dende. He's very short and stubby. He's a child at this point in time in Dragon Ball Z, and this is about as good as we're going to get if we want him in scale. If not, he's going to be way too big, and he just won't look right. So this is child Dende. He doesn't grow into a teen until like Dragon Ball Z Majin Buu Saga-ish, towards the end. And now he's really much bigger in Dragon Ball Super. But at this point in time, he's this small, and I'm okay with this. You know, everything is, the only thing articulated on this is the arms. It goes up, it goes down, in and out a little bit. It's just a ball joint in there, and then the hands is on a ball joint, so you can move that around. You really just need his hands like this to hover over the Dragon Balls or up in the air when he summons Porunga. And then you get the neck articulation somewhat. You know, it gets hindered by the collar a little bit, but you know what? I will take it. And the head is actually interchangeable. They gave us an alternate head sculpt with the mouth open, and this is even nicer, man. I love this. So here we go, a little bit more expressive. This might be the way I'm going to display it, because obviously it looks like he's calling out Porunga, and he's speaking or he's yelling. And this is just amazing. I love this thing. Very cool. So there is our Dende. He does come with an alternate set of hands too. If you don't want him with the open hands, you can have him with a pair of fists. So he could just be standing next to Gohan rather than summoning Porunga. So you can have him on a regular display rather than just with your Porunga if you wish. But there's Dende. Very cool. Good paint apps, good sculpt. Have no issues here at all. It's all understandable in terms of the articulation here. So just happy that we have Dende in the collection now. This is probably the only way, and maybe the only Dende we'll ever get, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll take it. Looks great. So this guy is not in scale. It's still kind of funny that I still have to mention that because people expect this figure to be in scale. With the regular SH Figuarts, it's still pretty big. You can see Gohan, Namek Gohan next to him, but it's nowhere near the size it's supposed to be because it'd literally be as big as your house. I mean, Porunga is gigantic. I think he's even bigger than Shenron from Earth, so it definitely would be impossible to get him in scale. So I'm totally fine with the scale. I didn't expect it to be the size of my house, so we're good. Taking a closer look at the figure, he is detailed. He's got some nice sculpting on his green skin. Got the little bumps there, that texture, that his, I don't know what he is. He's a dragon, right? So he's got some weird texture on his skin, whatever. But it's smooth on the white, yellowish parts. Now my figure came with a little stress mark on the antenna. Unfortunately, it looks like in the box it was hit on the top and it kind of bent it. And so there's a little white stretch mark on the antenna there. Kind of bugs me. This antenna was actually completely taken off when I took him out of the box. So clearly something hit it from the top. It bent to this one and it completely pulled this one off, but you could still easily put that one back in. It's just a little peg hole. Here are the fins on the back side. These are detachable. They actually come detached in the package. You have to apply them. And this guy does not fit inside a DTOF if he has the fins on. I think if you take it off, you're able to fit him in, but then he look funny because he doesn't have his back fin. So with the fins there, it definitely makes him a little taller, but he is big and he is gorgeous. I mean, this thing is awesome. Let's see if I can get him up in the air a little bit. You can see the tail down below resting on the effect piece, which is this like clear transparent piece right there. But overall, paint job, sculpt wise, everything is pretty good. Arms are really tight joints. No issues there in getting him in the poses you want. I tried to see if I could get him in a different pose, but how could you not pose him in the iconic OK pose, which is the pose that everyone's probably going to display this figure at. So I gotta leave him like this because I just love this this pose for Porunga. Alright, and that will conclude this review of the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Porunga figure. All in all, this is everything I ever wanted out of a SH Figuarts Porunga figure. It's one of the best figures of the year, for me at least, because it's Dragon Ball Z, it's Porunga, and it's SH Figuarts, and they really delivered it. And I cannot believe that we have this. I can't believe this is a reality. This is awesome. I just never thought that we would get this in the line as a regular release in the line. It's pretty darn awesome time to be a DBZ collector for sure. Now the price is pretty high, but what did you expect out of a big figure like this imported from overseas? That's probably the only thing keeping this one down is the price tag. If there's any way we can get the price lower, that would be nice, of course, as always. But this is definitely a centerpiece of a collection, and you're gonna have to decide where you're gonna display it because it does not fit in a DTOF unless you remove one of the shelves and sacrifice a shelf just to get this guy in there. So this is probably going to go on top of the DTOF or just on a regular shelf for right now. At this point, I'm not even worried about where I'm going to put it. I'm just happy to have this thing in the collection. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Hit the like button, consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. And as always, take care, take it easy, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.